Good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon.
It's Deb Mum, live at 1. And today we're in the gym. And we're back with our mate Boney, aren't we, Mum?
Yeah.
Boney is our special guest today. We're just going to wait for a few of you to come on. I hope you're all well and having a great day. I've got Mark the barista in the corner there. He's been told to keep quiet. Unless needed. Okay, we've got one lady on. Someone else. Say hi if you're watching. Hi, Carmen. How you doing? Nice to see you. Well done. She's been doing burpees, Mum. She got up to 14 today, Mark. 14? Apparently. Wow. Good on you, Carmen. You're rocking it, mate. Well Smashing it. Yeah, they done it in a group. Her, Lana, and I don't know the other lady. Amanda, that's it. Well done, Carmen. Who else is on? Oh, Amanda's on too. The burpee queens are all on here. Hey, burpee queens. All right, ladies. So today we're on location in the gym. And it's a bit sad. Mum's a bit sad today, isn't you? Because it's your last Mystic.
Yeah.
It's her last Mystic Mum's slot. But hey ho, she's going to go out with a bang, isn't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we've got our mate Boney with us today. And we're going to talk. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Lana. Lana's on. Daughter.
Hi, Lana.
Yeah, we're going to talk about joints and joint health. Just a few facts. Some of them you might know, some of them you may not.
A lot I didn't know.
Yeah? It's quite a lot.
That's true.
I'm picking on her today because she was picking on me yesterday. All right, ladies, so we're going to talk about the joints. And the joint is simply defined as a place in the body where two bones meet. This is quite a simple definition because really a joint is quite a complex feat of engineering. It involves ligaments. These are tough fibrous connective tissue that connect bone to bone. They don't have a very good blood supply, and when they get damaged, they take quite a long time to heal. You also have things called tendons. These connect muscles to bones. These are much more elastic, have a better blood supply, but they are more easily injured. Bones are also covered with a covering of cartilage, which stops them from directly rubbing together and wearing away and damaging. So, you know, they're quite a complex thing. And they allow us to do what we do, jump, move around, and, you know, do all the amazing things that we can do with our bodies. Okay, so joints are like our shock absorbers, as I say, as many of them move, but some of them don't. And an example of a joint that doesn't move is the skull. When we're born, our skull is plates, so the plates are knit together, but between the plates, when we're first born, is cartilage, and it allows for growth of the head or the skull. By the time we get to adulthood, this cartilage is fused into bone and therefore they're no longer movable, although they're still classed as joints. I think this is why it's quite hard for people to define how many joints are actually in the human body. They say it's between 250 to 350, but as I say, because of the definition of a joint, it's not sort of pinpointed as to exactly how many there are. But there are, as you can see, lots and lots. The definition of a joint is where one bone meets another, and as you can see from our Boney, there's quite a lot of places in the body that they do that. So, as I said, not all joints move, but lots of them do, and these are classed as synovial joints, freely moving joints. There's 6 types of these joints. We're not going to talk about all of them. I don't want to bore you to death. Who else is on? Hi, Cassie. Hi, Denise. Oh, we've got a few on, Mum. I've got to move this thing. I've got the thing on there. Lovely. Say hi if you're on. Oh, we've got 7.
Doing well.
Yes. So as I say, we've got 6 types of these joints, and an example of a saddle joint is in our thumbs. It allows the thumb to move forward and back and some rotation. We've got a pivot joint, which is between our 2 bones in our forearm, our ulnar and our radius, and that allows your forearm to pivot. That's it, Mum, you do the examples. Good. We've got a gliding joint. These are, where are gliding joints? In our wrists. We've also got condyloid joints, which are in the fingers. And we've got the most freely movable joints, which are ball and socket joints, in our shoulders and in our hips. And a hinge joint, which is things like our knees and our elbows. So we're not going to talk about all of these joints, but we want to talk about, first of all, the most freely movable one. And this is the ball and socket joints. And it is like a ball and socket. If this is the socket, the head of the bone fits into it. You've had a hip replacement, your mum's had a hip done. And these are very, very movable. They can rotate, they come inwards, outwards. You know, they're quite very, very flexible. But with that, they're also very easily damaged. And they say because of the shoulder joint and the nature of the shoulder joint, it's quite a shallow socket that the ball sits in. The shoulder is the most commonly injured.
Lots of people have trouble with their shoulders.
Yeah, it's because it's quite a shallow joint. I mean, it's
I
quite
didn't
easily
realise
pulled.
that.
So that's the downside of the really freely movable joint, the ball and socket. Another joint is the hinge joint, and this is the joint in the knee and in the elbow. Does anybody know what the biggest joint in our body is? I'm going to leave that with you for a minute. Hi, Katie. Katie's on. Katie,
Hi,
her
Katie.
ankle, mum.
Oh, where'd
Big,
she do that?
she's fell down the stairs.
Oh, dear.
I know, she does all that Zumba and that, then she trips down the stairs.
Typical, isn't
It's
it?
always the way, isn't it? I hope you're better, darling. Okay, yeah, so we're talking about what we think is the biggest joint within our body. I'll leave that with you for a minute. Hinge joints are not as freely movable as the ball and sockets. They only really move in one plane. They're like a door hinge. They don't really like to twist or jar. Hence probably why the knee is quite commonly damaged. Anybody know what the hips? No, it's not. It's actually the knee joint. The knee joint is the biggest joint in the body, and it actually connects 3 bones together. It's probably it's probably why it's quite a complex surgery when you do have to have a knee replacement, and it takes quite a long time to recover. I mean, with your hip, what was it, 10 weeks?
That's all, yeah.
I think knees, I know some of us have had our knees done, take a little bit longer. So they are, and also, you know, they're quite big shock absorbers for the body, aren't they? You know, they take a lot of the shock that goes through the body. Also, they have to take our weight and things as well. So they're the most easily damaged joint, or one of the most easily damaged. And in fact, the kneecap is the most fractured joint, most fractured bone. I suppose that's people falling over, you fall onto your knees. I should imagine. I can't think of any other reason why.
No.
Someone's smashing you in the knees.
Somebody
Your dog's running into you with massive sticks and doing your kneecaps. I've had that before. Okay, who else is on? Hips. No, Carlin. I would have thought hips actually, but it's actually the knee joint, and we can see from bony. There's 3 bones that connect there. You've got the bone down the shins, 2 there, and then this one. And the actual kneecap sits on top, and you can see it's quite floating.
When you look, it's...
Yeah,
I suppose it is.
So it is,
no,
yeah.
You're right.
But yeah, so it is. It's one of those that's quite commonly damaged.
Yeah, but tell them that.
Oh, yes, but a very interesting fact, and Mum was quite shocked, in fact, she was quite disturbed, weren't you? Is that babies don't have kneecaps when they're born.
I didn't know that.
That's true. I
really
googled it
didn't
3 or
know
4
that.
times. So babies don't have kneecaps. They don't have kneecaps when they're born.
No.
They're born with cartilage there, but the kneecap doesn't actually fuse to bone until they're 3 to 5 years old.
That's amazing.
It's probably why they're just flexy and they just don't care, they crawl around everywhere.
Well, yeah, and they put their legs all in different places,
Yeah.
don't they?
So there you go. Babies don't have kneecaps when they're born. Strange little creatures, aren't they? Who else we got on? Hi, Joanne. Who else we got? Yeah, lovely. Okay, ladies. So another interesting fact, and I'm really sad that Sarah's not on, my Sarah Marshall, because joints have nerves in them, and these are called baroreceptors. And these receptors, well, they react to changes in atmospheric pressure. So if there's a storm coming or rain coming, there's a drop in the atmospheric pressure, your joints, your knee, Sarah's weather knee, reacts to that and therefore maybe starts aching. And Sarah used to come to 6 a.m. classes and say, it's going to rain today, my knee aches. And do you know what? 99% of the time it would.
It did, yeah.
So there you go, Sarah, I take it all back. Your knee is sensitive to the weather.
My dad used to say that as well.
I just thought it was an old wives' tale.
Yes,
Did
I
anyone
know.
know that? Are you surprised? Do you believe it? Yeah, so there you go. The weather affects our joints because of the drop in the pressure. So, Sarah, you have got a weather knee, and I'll never doubt your knee again. Until you get your new one, and then that might not be so sensitive. One other thing, ladies, is the biggest problem with our joints, or the biggest things that we get wrong with our joints, is osteoarthritis. This is basically just wearing down of the bone and the cartilage between the bone. It's a degenerative disease, and probably a lot of us will end up with it due to the wear and tear on our joints, etc. You can try to minimise the risk of this or the damage that it does. You can do this by taking supplements, things like glucosamine that helps repair bone and connective tissue. Turmeric helps with inflammation, as does devil's claw. You've got things like MSM and chondroitin. All these things help with ligaments, tendon health, cartilage and bone health. But they advise the best way to look after your joints, and you're all doing this, well most of you are, is to maintain a healthy weight. So that's pretty obvious. You don't want too much pressure on your joints. The less pressure you can put on your joints, it's already got the pressure of gravity on it, the better it is for you. Exercise well and regularly. You want to keep them joints fluid and moving. You know yourself, if you sit for hours and you go to get up, it's like creaking and all sorts. My knees make terrible noises. So if you can keep, you know, the blood flow, the blood supply into the muscles and into the connective tissue, and it'll keep the synovial fluid between the joints fluid as well as water as well. Drink lots of water. That keeps the bones nice and healthy, nice and hydrated. So again, you know, what you're doing, you're actually helping to protect your joints as well. Good footwear, yeah, that's another thing, especially if it's knee joint or hip. You know, your footwear is quite important, and we talked about this on a live a few weeks ago. I know Liz knows the running shop, it's not there anymore. But do, you know, if you are having problems, do take the time to sort of have a look at your footwear and maybe get some good advice about, you know, the right sort of footwear for you. Good technique as well. I mean, you're all members of AbFab, so, you know, good technique with your exercises. Be mindful of your exercises and don't ignore aches and pains, ladies. If you've got problems, don't push through it. Get it sorted. Okay, Alison's on. Hi, Alison.
Hi.
All right, ladies, so I've spoken a bit. How long do you reckon I've been talking for? Have I talked long enough now?
Yeah.
Got anything else
I don't think
to
so.
say? You got anything to add? My mum's actually had a hip replacement, and I must just say, they are marvellous, aren't they? What they can do. Yeah. I mean, her other hip's going now, but the one that she's had replaced is marvellous.
I tell you one thing though, if I lay on it for too long, it will go a bit numb.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, what they make these artificial joints and things out of is amazing. So there you go. We are very clever human beings. But
and
then
it
so
goes really quickly as well.
Yeah, you longed it out a bit though, didn't you? She was living with me for 3 months. It was supposed to be 6 weeks. Then she went home one day with
and it was nice.
She only lives across the garden, so well, she didn't have far to go home. All right, ladies, so anybody got anything to add? Hi, Tone. Oh, Tony's on. Tony came on my class the other day. Took me 10 minutes to realise it was Tony. I kept looking, thinking, that girl looks like Tony. I think she's got the same name as Tony. Hang on a minute, I know that dog. All right, ladies, so as I say, it's Mum's last week this week. Oh, Boney's done well again. He's ever so good, this Boney, isn't he?
He's very quiet, isn't he?
Don't say a lot, does he? I might get him with AbFab Annie later. There's AbFab Annie, she's still headless. What do you reckon, Boney? You never know, I better not leave him in the same room. All right, then, so we're going to do our final week of Mum's Weekly Win. Mystic Mum. Are you going to get ready, Mum? And I'm going to get Mark over to adjudicate because I want him to mix up these cups. See, in these cups here, I've got 5 cups. Mark's watched me put the balloons in. I'm going to leave Mum over here and put this over her head so she can't see. Mark's going to mix the cups up. There he is, barista of the year. He's going to mix the cups up. We've got a balloon in each. Mark, can you confirm that?
Yep.
So this week we've got a balloon in each. Put the lid back on, otherwise she will cheat. She's just like her daughter.
I can't believe you cheat. Are you really a cheat?
Oh, no, not
Do you
really.
cheat Monopoly?
No, I think I'm just quite innovative.
She does cheat.
Oh, I'm an opportunist. That's what I am, Mark. All right, ladies, so he's mixing them up. I think it's... Oh, for God's
Hang on.
Can't get the staff these days.
I saw this on YouTube the other day.
All right, make sure... Okay, right, I think they're mixed. Oh dear. Should have stuck with Boney as my special guest, shouldn't I? He ain't no trouble. Right, I think you've mixed them up enough. Make sure she can't see them. That's it. All right, so here we go. So, right, I'm going to take this off of here because I'm going to film Mum doing it. All right, ladies, so, Mum, are you ready? Are you ready for this, ladies? I'm going to have a big drum roll. Do, do, do. It's Mum's last week. Can we see Mum? All right, you're going to need, Mum, to sort of come mosey across if you can. And you're going to pick one of these. Are you all right with that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Last week, who will it be? Do, ooh.
She's not looking through the holes, is she?
No, she's not. Now, don't look at the holes. No, shut up, Mark. Right, so this is number 1. Mark, Mark's going to open it. So there can be no cheating, and let's see who Mum...
Blue.
Woo! My mum, I love you, Mum. She is. She's loyal to her daughter. All right, so, no surprise there, is there? Number 2, who's it going to be, Mum? Dun, dun, dun. Mark, would you do the honours? I'm not getting involved with getting accused of cheating.
Green.
No, it's green, Tony! Whoop, whoop, whoop! Green's coming second. There you go, Tone. Here we go. Oh, we're mixing it up this week. There you go, Mark. Ooh, got guests on all over the place this week. Got Boney, Mark, woo. Yellow, woo! You're third. I love that. Thank God. Praise the Lord. All right, come on, Mum. Who we got here? Dun, dun, dun. Red! Woo! Oh, yeah, but I feel a bit sad now. It's my pal, Sarah. So that means, open it, so we know we're not cheating. Orange, Mark, put it down. So, ladies, if you'd like to get the balloons out, Mark, so we can see all in order of the prediction. Last, don't say last, 5th. So we're going in reverse. We got in 5th, orange, in 4th, red, in 3rd, yellow, 2nd, green, but again, what can I say, ladies? Mum knows best. Blues rule. Ooh, 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 it's so good to be a blue. Oh, we're so happy. So anyway, there you go, ladies. Just have a little butchers at that. There you go. Done lovingly by Mark there. He's not a very good barista, is he? Look at all that wobbly. Thought you had OCD. All right, ladies. So, ladies, I've got one more thing to do. Would you, Right, it was our last one, and I reckon Mum's spot on there, don't you, Mum?
Definitely.
Well done, Mum. And because Mum's been so amazing in her Mystic Weekly Wins, and I do appreciate her, I'm going to put all you some daffodils. That's all everybody needs. I know they're yellow, but we don't care to.
Thank you.
So, thank you, everybody. We're going to miss Mystic, Mum, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ladies, have you got anything to add? I hope you enjoyed it. It goes the other way, blue last, orange first. Nah, Sue, look. She's doubting you, Mum. Tell Susan.
Blue is first.
That's right, I got it run the wrong way, hold on. Tell her, Sue, behave yourself.
Green is second, yellow is third.
There you go.
Red is fourth, and orange.
There you go, Sue, you heard it from the horse's mouth, mate. Right, guys, we're going to love you and leave you.
Bye,
It's been amazing, it's been emotional. We'll be back next week, minus the Mystic Mum, but we'll still have normal Mum.
Bye.
Say goodbye, Mark.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, everybody. Have a great week, girls. Bye-bye.